Alright guys, 2020 Major League Fishing season is here. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, tomorrow is practice. So we cut it close this year, but here is the rig. Got the Tundra rigged out, favorite Guggen wrap. It's probably my favorite wrap by far, I ain't gonna lie to you. Last year's was pretty sweet, but the guys at Tennessee Wraps did it up right. Truck looks awesome. Got the Dick C-Pick wheels on here. They're dirty because I ain't had time to clean them because I've been wide open. That's not DC. It is DC, but it's not my initials. I'm not that bougie. So anyway, truck looks good. But anyway, to the office. And I don't really like referring it to my office because I've worked in an office before, and this is not an office, it's a boat. And I'm very, very fortunate to get to go fishing for a living. So I just refer to it as the headquarters. This is the Ding headquarters. Jacob Wheeler has the Ding machine. This is the Ding headquarters. That's where it goes down at. Anyway, all right. So let's get this started right here. TRITON 21TRX 2020 model. These boats are built in Midway, Arkansas. They changed the plant. You know, it's in Midway now, and I'm really, really impressed with this boat. Fast. I've been with TRITON for 7 years now. I've ran a TRITON 21TR18 with 150 Mercury on it. It's the only motor I've ever ran, but only boat I've ever ran. TR18. My brother passed that boat down to me, and I've had 21 footers since then. I've had the 21 HP TRX now, and fast boat. You know, I'm averaging right now by myself, loaded all the way down, 75. That's tournament load. If I get somebody in here, it's gonna be 75, and that's an awesome tournament speed. Anyway, to the front of my vessel, I got the Minn Kota Ultrex right here. I got the Lowrance Live Sight. Awesome deal. It's gonna help me this year, especially fishing offshore, brush piles. I've used it a little bit. I haven't had it long. It just came out, so I'm excited to use this. I've got a Lowrance 12 live up front. I've ran one up front. I know I see a lot of guys that have two. I mean, I just like one. I got a lot more room up here. But also, I have a Hydrowave H2 up here by TH Marine. Really love that deal. I've got, moving on down, I've got the Rock Lights by TH Marine on my deck. That's really important to me. I always thought that was for looks, you know. Oh man, that looks cool. No, like in the mornings, I'm always trying to re-rig, you know, stuff. I'm always trying to get things dialed in, and you got to be able to see, you know. And I'll turn them on, and I'm out there. I'm not trying to look cool, you know. I mean, it does look nice, but I use them for functionality. That's what I use them for. Night fishing, stuff like that. I night fish a lot. We're actually sitting here on Lake Jordan. I've night fished a lot on this lake, and these, I wish I had these about 5 or 10 years ago. Going into the front deck of this boat, I've got these lights on here, of course. Locker bar, TH Marine locker bar. Very important tool. It don't matter if you're traveling, if you're fishing locally. If you have this boat in your backyard, I'll always put my locker bar on here. You can't never tell. All the equipment we have in these boats, man, it's a lot of money. You can't really, you never know. Someone may get in there and try to take some of it from you. But anyway, locker bar, big deal. Always remember that. Tackle, I honestly don't even know how this looks. I've had my boat for, you know, 2 or 3 weeks. I just got it rigged and wrapped. It might look bad in here, I don't know. Oh, ain't too bad. Ain't too bad. Got a couple Solis reels right here. Okay, I'm gonna spool them up. Move that out of the way. They don't look too bad. Don't look bad at all. Bandito bugs. This is probably the most organized my tackle's been in a long, long time. Anyway, I've got all my tackle right here. I got soft plastics, life jackets in this side, soft plastics, Guggen baits. I don't really keep a lot in the front. I want as much speed as I can. In any boat, it don't matter if it's a Triton, you always want to keep your weight in the back of the boat. I've seen it before where you take 20 pounds out of the front, 20 pounds, and you'll gain in mile an hour or 2 mile an hour. Now, I'm not a speed demon. I'm not out here trying to run 85 or 90 mile an hour, but if you're running 40 miles, 2 extra miles an hour is gonna help you. It's gonna get there a lot faster. And you know, if I'm fishing a local tournament and I'm trying to run to a little juice hole down the lake, I'm gonna get there a little bit quicker. So be conscious of how much stuff you have in the front. Rod box, of course, all favorites. And by the way, this week, that right there is about to get used. Got my hex on there. All right, let's move on to the cockpit. We're gonna move to the cockpit real quick. 2 Lowrance HDS 12s up here. Love them. I got Bass Boat Technology mounts. This right here is sturdy. I mean, I've ran these for 2 years now. Love them. You know, Bass Boat Technologies was the first guys to come out with these dash mounts, and got a really nice product, and I'm really impressed with it. Another thing, I know my dash is dirty here, but another thing is, you know, I always run a TX Marine Atlas jack plate, of course, but I like my gauge on my dash. A lot of guys, you see them with the jack plate, I don't like looking back at it and you're trying to see, all right, I'm on 3 inches or 4 inches. I don't like that. I put my gauge right there, because when I'm in a hurry and I'm running down and I'm running down the back of the boat and I'm sitting here, I'm cranking up and I'm trying to take off, I know exactly what my jack plate's on. I'm not looking back to see, oh, am I all the way up or not? And if you don't look, it might be all the way up and you're taking off and you're like, what the, you know, it just saves me time. It's more convenience. Anyway, the dash, Mark Daniels put me on this deal. So power pole switches. I got an extra power pole switch just for this. So I put one right here and I got another one right down here. All right, so, but used to, I only have this one. Think of it this way. So if I'm on the front deck, I'm sitting here fishing and I catch a biggin, whop, biggin. So I come down here, I'm in a hurry, I'm sitting here weighing my fish or whatever. I don't have to run to the front of my boat to go power pole down. I don't have to stand up, do all this and trip all over everything. All I do is go bop, way down, go ahead and weigh my fish. I'm gonna go and catch one more, bop. See what I'm saying? It's just all about being fluid, you know, and Mark put me on that. So real simple, easy, but convenient. Saves time. I mean, that might be the difference of you running to the front deck and making some commotion, and you know, another 5 seconds you'll be washed into a grass mat. So it just saves a lot of time. Radio comes standard in these boats now. I've never had a radio in a boat before, and I really like it. I ain't gonna lie to you. You're getting out there, you're riding around, you're idling. If you're out there idling, I turn on a little music, sitting there idling around. So they come standard in these boats now. Awesome, awesome feature. Seats, this is a big deal to me. Seats, being comfortable. These are the best seats I've seen. They've got a seat riser option in these boats now. It has about a 3-inch, I guess you would say, shim. Last year, the seats, you know, I heard a lot of guys saying, oh, the seats were sitting kind of low. TRITON's fixed that. They got a seat riser option. I'm sitting up here, I can see over my grass, completely over it. I'm sitting here looking. I just got a lot better bird's eye view, I guess you would say. Really like the seats in these boats now. Live wells, got a little dirt in there. I've been using them a little bit. TRITON has a really awesome live well system. Everybody knows that. These are storage. I use for the back of my boat. I got a drill in here, throw cushion, extra handle, extra prop. I mean, I keep everything I need right there. I got some room for my man, my marshal or official to put his stuff there. This side, I probably couldn't tell you what's in there. It's probably jam-packed. Okay, actually looks good. Look right here. Most important tool, ding. Prop, fire extinguisher, jumper cables. I know all these guys that don't want to put jumper cables in their boat. Why not? I don't understand it. Why would you not put jumper cables in there? If your battery ends up going dead just by having a chance, you can holler at your boy and say, hey, y'all come over here and give me a little jump. So, life jackets, extra prop wrench, very important to have. Simple stuff. You see this stuff all the time. Anyway, now we're going to the back. This is probably one of my favorite deals on this whole boat. This year, I'm running lithiums, okay? So I have ran interstate AGMs for the last 3 or 4 years. Awesome battery. I actually have one in here for my cranking. All right, as you can tell, I've got my cranking right here. That's an interstate AGM. I run 3 Relion 100 amp lithium batteries for my trolling motors. Very, very impressed with those. I started running them at the Red Crest last season. I like fishing current a lot. I mean, I'm telling you, I'm always going. I'm blowing and going. Current, running down the bank, whatever. I mean, I'm covering water. Them right there will not die on you. If I can't kill them, I promise you no one can. Mid-coated precision charger. Standard back. I'll tell you something else I really like about this new Triton. I got a lot more room down here. I can move in and out. I don't have, they made this more spacious down here. I can get these batteries out a lot easier. I can pull them straight out. Really like that about it. To the main function of the vessel, the motor. You can't go nowhere without a motor. I guess you can, you'd be rowing it. Mercury Pro XS 250, 4-stroke. Bad to the bone. Very impressed with these motors. I ran it last year, same motor. Never took the cowling off of it. Never took it off. Never had a problem with it. Changed the oil one time in it. Awesome. You don't have to buy oil. I know everybody hated buying $25 in oil, this and that. I did too. We don't have to do that no more. Awesome motor. Power poles. Huge, huge investment. Huge deal for me. Especially if you like fishing shallow. I use these no matter what. I mean, I'm bed fishing. If you got to use the restroom on the bank, power pole down, I got to throw that in there because I'm not trying to find a rope. I got to go. Beep, beep, you down. Docking your boat. The most important deal for me is, of course, fishing. I don't use these just strictly bed fishing. If I'm going down the bank, we're going to Eufaula this week. I promise you I will be power poling down after I get a bite. Because this time of year, these fish are group up in the area. You'll get a bite, you'll catch a female, or you'll catch a buck. The same little area. So, big deal when fishing shallow, power poles. Atlas jack plate. This is a 10-inch Atlas jack plate. I have wedges on my motor, on the jack plate. And if you're not familiar with wedges and you don't know what I'm talking about, let's look right here. So on these Tritons, they come with like a 2-degree wedge right here. So basically what this is gonna do is tilt my motor straighter, all right? So when I get that motor straight, I'm gonna get more lift out of this boat. Big deal on a Triton in particular. So the wedges on there. Other than that, I run a 24-pitch Fury prop. And that's my rig for 2020. Super excited about this rig. 2020, Major League Fishing. Really excited. Y'all like, subscribe, comment below. If you got any questions about my brand new Triton, comment, let me know. I'm gonna answer them for you. I'm excited about 2020. Next video is coming up. It's gonna be Lake Eufaula. We're headed there now. We'll catch y'all then.